I just started playing around and just ran into the craziest stuff for our absolutely positively for sure. I'm not saying that claiming any divine intervention on it, so this has nothing to do with claiming any Holy Spirit. This is just my hobby, my flesh. I just feel we got our date. In my heart, I'm convinced of it. That's my fleshly heart. World War Z, there's your backwards, upside down 9/11 that they gave us in Back to the Future with the minutes, June 2nd, June 21st. World War Z. It's got the 6-7 in the URL. It's got the 7-11 for rising, Revelation 11:7. And again, June 2nd and June 21st. June 2nd and June 21st. When you run this June 2nd date, it's 4832. 48 is his name. And you have 1322 coded. This is not the big stuff. We're going to get to the big stuff in just a second. The invisible man. What happens after the right eye wound? Well, he's invisible. Nobody knows that he's alive because it's the twin clone body double that takes the hit, and Satan will possess the body on the third day and go into perdition per the film Road to Perdition, which we're also going to get to. Very interesting Tom Hanks stuff coming up here. And so it was released on October 31st, 1933. And when we run that date to our rising day, remember 11-3 is rising, 1,113. We remember its mirror is 311, which is opposite 9/11 on the circular calendar. 3/11 of 2020, what they did, and that's September was once the seventh month, and most countries write the date backwards, so it was really about 11/7, Beast Rising. When World Trade Tower opened on 11/3, Beast Rising. So very fascinating. It's 33903, and but this is not the good stuff. I do want to run this real quick to a personal cipher, if you can indulge me. I'll be doggone. 322. And Groundhog Day, days remaining, 332. 9/11 is coded, 79 in the hours. I just could not help but know that that was going to go down when I was looking at the personal cipher and the numbers. But Invisible Man 2020, now things are going to start to get spicy. Okay. 144 with the 45, his number, 7's number for cleansing. The church is what gets cleansed. February 27th, February 28th, 2020. Well, no matter which day, February 27th or February 28th, the invisible man goes invisible on day 237. There's 237 baked right into the days, 2371. If you go to the 28th, 2370. Go to Rising Day, 2372. 38 is always in the weeks. Fascinating the way the 237 is completely coded right into it. Road to Perdition. Tom Hanks. Because the Antichrist goes into perdition. Look at this in the minutes. 11/7 representing rising. Revelation 11/7. It's July 12th, which is 7/12. 7's number for cleansing, 12's number for the church. So when the beast rises, That's all in Revelation 11. When the beast rises, he goes then to goeth into perdition. Bible verse?
The phrase go into perdition in the Bible, which is an older term, refers to the end of the Antichrist or the beast, signifying utter ruin or destruction.
The beast goes into perdition. Bible verse?
The phrase the beast goes into perdition can be found in Revelation, specifically in verses 17 to 8 and 17:11.
Okay, let's run them both. So you see well, so where it says shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, that goes back to Revelation 11:7. I knew it did, and it's restated at 17:8. And go into perdition because he is going to absolutely go to destroy the church. That's his job. And the beast that was and is not, and yet even he is the eighth and is up to seven because it's a twin and goeth into perdition because he goes to destroy the church. So, wow. Sorry I got off track there, but the 7 and the 12 to cleanse the church, road to perdition. I mean, man, they are hitting you hard. Daniel Craig is in it. 007 James Bond. Go figure. That's how they tie all this together. Road to Perdition to our event 8810. Rising date 8812. 12's number for the church. Trump Church on Rising Day. On event day, 440 is in the hours, 440 is Antichrist, the Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical. 1 month, 13 days, 11.3 is coded. But look at the months, 289, the 289th prime number. See previous video is 1879. Need I say more? 79 is murder, 187 is murder. Uh, Zechariah 11:17 is the murder Bible verse. To the right eye, 11 times 17 is 187, and the 187th prime number is 1117. I know that was a lot. And there's your 144,000 coded also, fused with Antichrist. It's actually just utter perfection the way that all works out. This continues to get better. Sicario, June 11th, June 29th. This is Day of the Soldado, the sequel. To our murder date, Murders in a Daze, 2,979. The 97th verse, which is in the heart of the number, is the opening of the seal, which represents the murder, because the next verse, the 98th verse, is the white horse crowning, and that represents rising. So 6:1 and 6:2 is death and rising. That's when we were living in the book of Revelation in real time. It's also 97 in the months. Wow. Also, Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 7. 1 month, 27 days. Sicario, Day of the Soldado. When we did the 11th, it was 2,997. There's your 97 again. 98 will be in the months on rising. If you run it to the rising and include both dates, it's a perfect 3,000 even days, which is always very significant when you see something like that. The first one, though, just plain old Sicario. 97's in the URL, 88's in the URL. 121 minutes, 121 is Antichrist in simple gematria. May 19th, Cannes Film Festival, Cannes Film Festival, and September 18th. Let's run them. 519, you got 4,116, which is the backwards upside down 911. On Rising Day, if you include both dates, by the way, it's 588 in the weeks for your May 8th fused with 88. Like we've been telling you, this is all about the mirror of May 8th, this August 25th date. Watch the playlist from the beginning. This is part 26. If you hit both dates, you get 4,011.9, or excuse me, 4,119. 119 is Donald in the Jewish Hebrew gematria. On event day, it's 4,011.7, which represents rising, of course, for the rising. So the event would take place for the rising if you go back to the event date. For Revelation 11:7, for the rising, which would be coming on the third day or 2 days later. 357 is also coded the amount of verses in Daniel at 135 months, 7 days. Remember, 130, the 135th prime number, 135 months, 135th prime number is 761, which is the total amount of verses in Daniel and Revelation. There's Daniel coded right in with it, 1357. Daniel is 357 verses. Revelation is 404. The other Sicario release date, this was why I said we got to make the video now. Hey, it's 11/7, y'all, 10/17. I want you to look, first of all, that murder in the Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical, is 399, and there's 399.4 in the days. Let's go ahead and run murder right now to prove it, to show you. And MURDER, murder's 399 right there. Murder. And there's 79 in the simple. Okay. And this is the most biblical because it is where we get our 666. SIX, SIX, SIX does come to his name. Donald John Drumpf. Drumpf was the family surname. DRUMPF. That's a basic, easy Google search. That's how you know, count the number of the beast. It's the number of a man. And right there in the Jewish Hebrew, the most biblical, he hits our 666 biblical cipher. And then he hits the other cipher in the book of Daniel, that the horn is here in his own name, because the horn is the Antichrist in the book of Daniel. And Trump Tower has 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725 Fifth Avenue, to match the Daniel 721, where it says the horn shall make war with the saints, over to 725, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Because he's in perdition, he's in destruction, he's wearing out the saints. So you go back to Sicario and you see that 399 murder on our murder date. It's 10 years, 11 months, 7 days. That's a 1, drop the 0, a 1, 1, 1, 7 for Zechariah 11:17 coded to perfection. The fact that 58 is in the hours is just added extra. Do we have our date or do we have our date? Well, of course we do. Of course we do. How can we not? All right. Love you guys. Part 26.